stock market booming. All-time highs, left, right, and center. Started with $5,000. I'm now at 151. I've never bought options. I've never shorted a stock. I don't own crypto. I only own the S&P. But it's a sad day. Very sad day. In 1 year, I've made $26,000, just about 30%. You can see that. Anyone can do the same thing. This isn't clever. This isn't rocket science. However, it's a sad day when a man or a woman knows they've peaked, knows they've done their best gig, knows they've got as high as they can go. Today is that day. I'm not joking. I'm being serious. You're probably wondering, what on earth am I talking about? I thought you had dreams to take the channel to 1 million subscribers, make $1 million. Yeah, I do. But I'm already there. No, you're not. What are you talking about? I don't know why I'm doing this, sort of answering myself a question. A bit weird. I'll stop doing it. Please tap the like button and I'll explain more. And please consider subscribing and I'll tell you more, because you'll see more if you subscribe. There's more videos. We've hit the point I've been working for 4 years. And now it's time to change direction once again. You've got to stay the course, but you've also got to face the facts. The stock market isn't what we want to be. It is what it is. We don't live forever. We have to face these facts. If I'd started my journey years ago, I could carry on the same as I am today. Doing exactly what I'm doing. Buying the macro dips, using margin, amplifying my gains. But I'm 55 years old. You have to face reality. The reality is I'm not going to live forever. And there is a time when you hit your target, when you have to change your position. There's nothing changing about my understanding of the market, but I've now got to move my pieces on the chessboard once again. And we've hit a point where I have to change my strategy. Up to now, I buy macro dips whenever the market oversells, and I use margin. My margin has grown and grown and grown. You've watched it live on the show. You've seen how much. You know exactly what's going on. And it's now time to change that strategy. Why? Are you no longer bullish? Are you no longer earning money on YouTube? What's happened? Why has it changed? Well, at the end of the day, the goal is to get to $1 million live on the show. That's going to happen. That's already just in waiting. I haven't got to do anything else. But I also don't want to end up at 60 years old, 70 years old with $1 million in margin, obviously. I've always said to you, it's not a problem having $1 million of margin if you've got $10 million in your portfolio. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all, because at any point you could clear it off. Big businesses owe money all the time. However, big businesses run forever. They pass on the businesses. They go for hundreds of years. You know, they exist forever. But I'm not a business. Well, I am, but I'm also an individual, right? I don't go on forever. And I've got no real intention of leaving any of my money to anyone. Sorry, folks, but I haven't. Me and Leah want to spend it all. Want to be paupers when we pass away. So it's not going anywhere. It's not going to be left to anywhere. So we want to spend it. So that being in mind, I don't want to be in my 60s as ill health could start to catch up with me, as I don't do enough exercise already. Both my parents died at 68. So, I've got to bear that in mind. We don't live forever. I'm 55, right? So at some point, you want to pay your margin off. Unless you're continuing the business forever and you're going to pass it on, then that's fine. Like I said before, there's no problem with having margin. However, I want to have zero margin because all I want to do is get to $1 million. Everything after that is just cream on the top that I don't need. So there it is. I've amplified my gains by using margin, and it was the right thing to do. Obviously, it was the right thing to do. I've earned a lot more money using margin. I've poured gas on the fire, but now it's time to pay the gas man. All right? Got to pay the bill at some point. It doesn't go on forever unless you live forever. So I have made the decision now to adjust my strategy. My margin a few days ago was, if I put it up there, was 10 grand more than that. I reduced it by $10,000. I had my record month on YouTube, but it wasn't just YouTube. It was other, the gains, the dividends. It was the fact that I've been able to reduce further my expenses. I've reduced my phone bill, my internet bill. My solar now is producing more in the UK on the house, so I'm spending less. So I've been able to, put more into my account. I've reduced my margin, and my show is growing, my income is growing, and my margin is coming down quicker and quicker. So I could, if I wanted to, buy more shares today. You can see I'm back over the 50%. I was around the 42, 43 just a couple of days ago. I'm back over the 50%. However, the markets are in FOMO mode right now. They're going to be in FOMO mode now because of our new president for a couple of months, and then it's going to go sideways. So do I want to be buying now? Absolutely not. My Coca-Cola is going to return. There it is. You see it already. J&J is going to return. Everyone now is getting FOMO'd in and buying everything, okay, which is great. All-time highs. But I'm an investor, not a gambler, and I'm not going to live forever. So I don't want to keep buying this now. This is bonkers. I only buy anyway when it goes down. You all know when I buy when it goes down and let everybody else buy on the way up. I've already I bought my positions a long time ago, and now I'm just making money, and it's giving me a bigger and bigger buffer. My margin is just getting safer and safer and safer. However, I've got to pay it down, okay? Not because of any risk or danger or stress or drama. I sleep perfectly well at night, but you have to get it to zero at some point. I don't want to be 80 years of age with $1 million of margin because I'm not passing on the business. If I was, then I would be fine with that, but I'm not. I want to invest so me and Leah can spend our money until we die and have nothing left. So I don't anticipate now any major drops. It'll go up and up like crazy. It will then start going sideways as we go into the bear market, which we will in the autumn. It won't be necessarily a bad economy, but we'll go into a bear market. Things will start to trim and people will take some profits, okay? So things will come back down to maybe 5% up from where they are today. They'll go up 10% and they'll come back 5%, so they'll be up 5% from where they are today. So there's no point. There's no point buying at this level. I wouldn't anyway. I never have done. I only buy on the drops. But what I'm doing now is just going to be paying down margin like crazy. Every month when I get paid, I will reduce my margin. I've made my investments. I am in now easily to $1 million, maybe even more than that. The 10 million is still completely doable if I keep growing the way I'm growing with my business. Without margin. Now, margin is a good thing. It's worked. It's proven to work. But if I continue as I am, it will take me 5 years, 10 years to pay margin off. Well, that doesn't matter if, as I say, if you're passing it on and the business rolls on forever. But of course, I won't live forever. So I don't want to be 65, 70 years of age still in margin. Not that it concerns me. I just choose not to be. I don't want to be because I'm not greedy. I've got what I need. So now my strategy will change. However, one caveat to that. As I pay the margin down, lower and lower and lower, which I will month on month, month in, month out, if we get a dramatic macro dip, and I mean a dramatic macro dip, something really severe, like a major crash, I have now put myself in the position to be able to jump on that. So I'm always, remember I talk about 5-10 steps ahead. By this strategy, I'm building in future strategies. I'm not looking at today or tomorrow. I'm looking at 10 years. I'm looking so far ahead now that I'm building in the armor, the ammunition, the arsenal to be able to react to major downturns. And when I mean major, I don't mean little ripples on the pond. We've gone past that. That doesn't matter anymore. We've done all that. We've done that for 4 years and now we've achieved that. Now what we're looking for is major corrections. I'm talking 20s, 30s, 40%. Now, when those occur, if they occur, and at some point they will, but by then I could be hundreds of percent up, so I'll still be up. It won't make any difference to me now at this position. If those things occur, which they will at some point occur, I can then buy again. However, when I use margin then, I will more likely be virtually out of margin completely. I can go big time in, and then I can sell those shares and be happy to pay tax on those because now I've got plenty of money. It doesn't matter. I'm happy to pay tax and so on and so forth. Up to this stage, I've been about building the foundation and owning and acquiring more and more stock. So that is the final plan. And why it's a sad video is it's always sad to know when it's your last gig because we don't live forever. And as an investor, you have to consider these things, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with getting old. There's nothing wrong with it being your last gig. There's nothing wrong with dying because eventually we all do. You have to build that into your strategy rather than blindly ignoring it and then finding things didn't work out the way you wanted to. So, as of today, my focus is to deliver the best service for you, which is exactly what I'm doing. That's why today's video could have been huge pump or it could have been XRP up. It's not. It's members only. It's providing the best service to you because if you always provide value to people, your business will grow. That is my priority, not selling videos or getting everyone to run in today because it's all about XRP and we're going to get rich in 5 minutes. I could have easily done that today. I chose to do something completely different, which is what I'm doing. My focus now is not to be chasing the market. I did my investments. I've invested steadily over 4 years. And now I just simply remain in, don't sell anything, pay down margin, and as the margin gets bigger and bigger and bigger, or sort of the allocation, the opportunities of margin gets bigger and bigger, I can then buy bigger and bigger dips when we get really big dips. Now, if you follow my journey and you go, wow, you've done amazing. Congratulations. You started with $5,000. You're absolutely booming. You're absolutely right. There's defensive now coming back up. You're making record highs every 5 minutes. Wow, look at that. Nearly 152. A few moments ago, you said it would be 160 quickly. You're doing it. You're absolutely doing it. 230,000 there, plus 30. That's $265,000 coming up to $350,000. Can you believe it? All from $5,000. And you're going to go, well, that's great for you, but I watch your show. How can I do the same thing? You're saying you're not buying any more. What am I going to do? You can do exactly the same thing because you are in a different time than me. You are starting your journey. If you're 20, if you're 30, you're starting your journey. If you're 40, you're starting your journey. If you're 55, 60, like me, then you've got to be considering the sort of positions I'm taking. However, the strategies for you in your 20s, 30s, 40s, early 50s, even very early 50s, will be exactly what I have just done over the last 4 years. There'll be cycles for you to do exactly the same thing. The same thing. You can buy now, knowing that, okay, what if it dips? Doesn't matter. Do the same thing. Have the 4-year strategy and follow me the same, except you've got many, many years on me and you'll make a lot more money than I will ever be able to make. I'm just not going to live long enough to achieve what you can do. So there we go. There's my strategy. It's a sad day, but it's also the day you've worked for. Remember, I always said, it's not about the goal, it's about the journey. Even though I haven't got to $1 million, I have. I can see it. I know it's coming. All I've got to do is absolutely nothing other than work and provide the service to reduce my margin. And of course, if I stop working tomorrow for whatever reason, I can sell all of my shares, all the ones that I need to clear margin. Every single share now is in profit. I can reduce the margin. There's more than enough to pay the tax. And I've got a portfolio still of 151, soon to be 160,000 without having any margin whatsoever. So there you go. That's my story. That's my path. You can do the same thing. You're just now starting, or you're already on the path with me. It's a sad day, but it's not. Life is what it is. And if you face what it is and you deal with it, deal what's in front of you and make the most of it, that's the best you can do. And there's nothing wrong with that. You just got to face reality and deal with reality. This was the day I planned for. The day has come. Now I've got to switch my strategy once again. Click above my head for all the links, down below in the description, over here and over here for more videos I think you'll find useful. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.